In 536 AD, people across the world thought it was the end of days. A strange fog had plunged the earth into darkness for 18 long months, crops failed, snow fell in summer, and plague followed like a shadow. It was, without a doubt, one of the darkest years in human history, literally and figuratively. But it was only the beginning of a series of catastrophes that would change the course of history forever. The mysterious darkness. Imagine waking up one day to find the sun no longer shines with its familiar warmth and brightness. Instead, the world is bathed in an eerie, dim light. Byzantine historian Procopius, traveling through Sicily, described it best when he said, "The sun gave forth its light without brightness, like the moon, during the whole year." But it wasn't just Sicily or the Eastern Roman Empire. This strange fog settled over almost the entire known world, from Europe to China, and even as far as Peru. It was as though the sun was stuck in a perpetual eclipse, casting its pale, dim rays on a world that was slowly descending into chaos. What was happening in 536 AD? To understand the significance of this event, we need to travel back to the reign of Emperor Justinian. He ruled the Eastern Roman Empire, or what remained of it, as the Western Roman Empire had already fallen to barbarian invasions. Justinian was determined to restore Rome's former glory. But Justinian's efforts were about to be derailed by a catastrophe that no military power could prevent. A disaster born not from swords or politics, but from the very skies above. Crops fail and famine spreads. The first signs of disaster came when crops started to die. Without the sun's warmth, the temperatures in Europe dropped by 2.5 degrees Celsius, ushering in the coldest decade for over 2,000 years. In Ireland, records spoke of a massed failure of bread from 536 to 539 AD. The grain shortages stretched all the way to China, where summer snowfalls were recorded. Agriculture collapsed. People were starving, and yet, things were about to get even worse. The plague of Justinian. In 541 AD, just 5 years after the mysterious darkness began, another disaster struck, the plague of Justinian. It started in the Roman port of Pelusium, Egypt, and spread rapidly along trade routes to Constantinople. Soon, 10,000 people were dying every day in the empire's capital. The healthy were conscripted to haul the dead out of the city, but this only increased the number of infected. Procopius, the same historian who recorded the darkness, continued to describe this nightmare. By the time the plague had burned through the empire, it had killed up to 55% of its population. Justinian's dream of restoring the Roman Empire was now fading. His military campaigns continued, but the glory of the empire would never be fully restored. A global disaster. But the effects of 536 AD were not limited to the Byzantine Empire. Around the globe, other civilizations were also feeling the weight of this mysterious disaster. In the Americas, droughts wreaked havoc on the Moche civilization, while Teotihuacan, the world's largest city at the time, began its slow decline. Tree rings from ancient European oaks tell the same story, a pronounced lack of growth in 536 AD, marking it as one of the worst years to be alive. The cause of it all? Likely a series of volcanic eruptions in the Americas or Iceland, spewing ash into the atmosphere, blocking out the sun for months. The resilience of humanity. Yet, even in the face of this apocalyptic scenario, humanity endured. Though weakened by famine and disease, civilizations rebuilt. The Byzantine Empire survived for another 1,000 years, and societies across the world found ways to adapt and overcome. As the great C.S. Lewis once said, "Human life has always been lived on the edge of a precipice." If men had postponed the search for knowledge and beauty until they were secure, the search would never have begun. So, the next time you face a challenge or difficult moment, remember, we've survived worse. The year 536 AD may have been the darkest in human history, but humanity's resilience shines brighter than any disaster that comes our way. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into history's untold events. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video.